Bun B speaks on the Travis Scott concert incident in his hometown of Houston.
Good morning from Houston, Texas. City dealing with a lot on this Monday morning. Of course, by now everybody know everything that happened. Well, they know what happened at Astroworld Friday night. 8 people lost their lives. Hundreds of people injured, passing out, cardiac trampling, all kind of shit. And, I feel like a lot of people saw a lot of things on Friday night. Like as a full-grown man that's seen a lot, it took me a couple of days to really kind of process what was happening, what had happened, excuse me. Good morning. But I wasn't even there, and I feel a certain way. Like Queenie wasn't even there. I'm extremely emotional about the situation. And, for me, the first thing I thought about was, were the people that we knew, was our loved ones safe? And we were able to confirm that. And then, I started thinking about, there were people that were injured. But then there was a lot of people in the proximity of all of that. There was a lot of people that witnessed this shit. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there trying to help people. Their pleas fell on deaf ears. That's true. Feeling like, you were trying to save people's lives and you didn't or you couldn't. That's trauma. Watching these people being stepped on, ties. That's trauma. Witnessing, people going into cardiac arrest trying to help people, can't help people. That's trauma for people. On top of the trauma that the people actually feeling these physical acts are suffering with. And, yesterday morning I flew out to LA to go to Complex Con. And every flight that was leaving, out of the airport, every flight going wherever you were going, I was flying with friends to LA. We were on one flight, they were on another flight. And there were Astroworld people going home on that plane as well. Every plane was bringing people home from Astroworld. And I was with this, I wasn't with, but I sat next to this kid. And this kid was, I could see his phone. He was playing Travis Scott music. And you could see he was, clearly disappointed about how things went. And he just kind of played his music and kept his head down and his eyes closed. He didn't drink food. He didn't drink water or anything. He didn't eat any food. And it didn't occur to me until this morning. Queenie was like, yo, we need to have a discussion. You should have a discussion about mental health in terms of Astroworld. And it hit me as soon as she said it. I was like, that's what was wrong with the kid next to me. That kid had seen some shit and was still trying to figure out how to process that. And he was trying to process it through Travis Scott's music, which was his whole reason for going. All these people, single people, couples, groups, families, all of these different people went to Astroworld, and all of this stuff happened. There was a woman, she was on a plane with her son. Son couldn't have been more than maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. He had on his Travis Scott shoes and his hoodie. She had on her Travis Scott Jordans and her hoodie. And I wondered, like, yo, how does, what kind of conversation does she have to have with her child? Like, how many people are even going to feel comfortable going into those kind of spaces anymore, public spaces, group settings? Some people are going to leave with a new state of claustrophobia. Like elevators, they're going to have triggers. So many people are going to have so many different triggers from this. And I'm wondering if that's of any concern to anybody. Because obviously everybody's going to start talking about lawsuits and all that type of stuff, you know. But at the end of the day, like, there are a lot of young people left that event traumatized. And it's not about whose fault it is for that. I'm not here to place blame on anybody for anything on that night, because I don't know enough, neither do y'all. But what I can say is that these are the after effects of these type of things. You know, they'll figure out who's at fault. They'll figure out who did what. They'll get to all of that. But my thing is, what are we not getting to as a community with this? We sent our children, you know, and I mean collectively from around the world, because a lot of these people that attended this festival came from out of town. This was not 50,000 Houston kids going crazy in the parking lot. Far from it. Far from it. You know what I'm saying? This was people from all over the world, and different people came here for different reasons, right? Some people came here for the concert. Some people came here for other things. Obviously, you know, there's a confirmation that somebody stuck somebody with a needle. That person had to be revived with Norcon, like somebody gave him something that caused him to overdose. So like I said, some people came down here for some way different reasons. But I don't know, man. I don't know. How do we set something up so that young people from, you know, who have to deal with this,
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
like, hopefully they can find each other. You know, hopefully they can find each other. You know, I'm not on here to blame nobody for nothing. There's enough people for that. There's enough people who are going to be pointing fingers for me not to point no fingers. You know what I'm saying? So, I apologize, y'all. I wasn't paying attention to what people saying on here. I see we had some ignorant people who slid through. My bad. But I don't know, man. Like, it's just a wild thing. It's a wild thing. Wild thing that happened. I pray for, you know, all the people that lost their lives, the people that was hurt, you know, the people out there trying to help people, where they were official medics or, you know, just good Samaritans, people out there trying to help people. And yeah, people talking about overdoses and all that happen all the time. Yeah, you know, random things happen at concerts all the time. You know what I'm saying? But 8 people lost their lives. And almost nobody knew it was happening except the people in the immediate vicinity, apparently. Like, because I had nieces that went to Astroworld, and they left, and they had no idea that people died that day. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. It's a lot of crazy emotions in this city today. I know it's, and around the world for that matter, like I said, because a lot of people weren't from here. Like dude said next to me. He's somewhere now trying to process this. Because some people came there because they love Travis Scott. And they was going to be able to come somewhere where everybody loved Travis Scott and hang out and kick it. Like I saw a girl said that Astroworld used to be like a friendly place where people would gather and kick it and say, hey, what's up? But that people were very aggressive. You know what I'm saying? People was very aggressive. And like I said, it's because some people came there for different reasons. Everybody didn't come there to see the show. I know a lot of good kids that did. And, you know, it's sad that people had to actually lose their life coming there trying to see a show. Because obviously if you're in a certain part of the crowd, you're like really determined to see the show, you know? So those are like real fans, people that's willing to get like deep in it, to have that experience, to have that connection with their favorite artist. But, you know, we're praying for y'all right now. And I hope that if you were at Astroworld and, you know, you saw some things and you don't know really how to process it or deal with it. Please don't keep it bottled up inside. Please talk to somebody about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's for anything. It doesn't even have to be about this concert. You know what I'm saying? If you got anything inside that's been bothering you, don't keep it bottled up. Let it out. It doesn't help anybody to keep those type of things inside. It don't help you. It don't help the people you have issues with. You got to let these things out. See a lot of comments. I'm not going to respond to it because this is not about a back and forth. This is not an opinion about what happened at Astroworld. I'm talking about the after effects. Y'all can argue about what happened at Astroworld, and they investigating the shit out of it, so they'll get into all of that. But I'm talking about the residual trauma that comes from shit like this. You know, so this ain't about Travis Scott. This ain't about Astroworld. None of that shit. Whoever did what, they'll face whatever. This is about the young people. You know, somebody up there got to be concerned about the young people. Real talk. It's a real thing. But a lot of us suffer from PTSD, so we don't even know what kind of trauma we're dealing with. We don't even recognize how deeply we've been affected by the shit that we see and shit that we go through. But you know, that's just it. And like I said, some gonna agree, some won't. But we said it. I hope anybody dealing with it can deal with it. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Be blessed.
Thanks for tuning in to 9 Mag TV.